Hi Internet, it's me, Udoka. Welcome to my channel. This is where I talk about my mental health and just life progress, and also spill some tea, give some hot takes. So if you're into that, make sure you hit subscribe, because today I want to give a short mental health update, but also I want to talk about Lizzo. I want to talk about Trisha Paytas. I want to talk about the Black community. So sit back, relax. We are building this parasocial relationship. So make sure you like this video when you actually like it, okay? Okay? So we can be honest with each other. Let me first give this mental health update. I am still doing the ketamine-assisted talk therapy for my anxiety. I've been doing it because regular talk therapy it wasn't cutting it. It wasn't cutting it. And I feel like I have been recovering from low-key trauma of working in a really toxic, really bad work environment that we left earlier this year. And I was talking with some people on, I'm on Clubhouse. I was chatting with them, and we were talking about abusive relationships, like abusive romantic relationships. And low key, somebody just brought up a point that I'm just like, you know what, you're totally right. Because you got to watch out for those abusive romantic relationships, but you need to watch out for those type of relationships elsewhere in your life. Boss, co-workers, family members, friends, you really got to watch out. And somebody said people tolerate these relationships in their life. And I agree with that. And I think it can make you more susceptible to tolerating it in your personal romantic life. Somebody also brought up how like they went through a traumatic experience with their ex-girlfriend, and they just couldn't believe that it required them 6 months to a year to get their mind back on track. And I'm like, yeah, I'm literally going through that. I left a bad work situation. Now it's 8 months ago, and I am literally just this month, feeling like I'm making progress. So I just wanted to share that mental health story in case anybody out there is feeling it. Bruh, the process is long. And if you don't have money, it's even longer. Partner and I spent a lot of time just trying to figure out how to get our monies up to solve a lot of the issues that this bad work environment caused and contributed to. And that took a lot of time. So anyway, that's just a mental health update. The ketamine-assisted talk therapy is almost done, just a few more weeks. And then I'll make a video on, if it was worth the money, how I felt about it. So now I want to talk about Lizzo. I want to talk about Lizzo and the Black community before I get on this Trisha Paytas stuff. Because Trisha Paytas, y'all's obsession with Trisha Paytas is even more than what I thought it was. But Lizzo came out the other day teary-eyed about people's reception. She just released a new song. I think the song is a bop, baby. I've been playing it on replay. I love the music video. It's giving the Hercules Greek goddesses. It just sounds good. Cardi B's feature on it is well placed. Cardi B sounds great. It just makes sense. It's a great song. I love the beat. Like, it gets me in there. And there are haters. The thing about Lizzo's haters is they just hating because she's fat and obese. And I really wish Lizzo and Lil Nas X would do a collab, because I think they're in a similar situation. Lizzo gets hated on because she's fat. She's a fat woman. Lil Nas X gets hated on because he is a gay man. And that's the hate. Like, You can't deny the music is good. Their music is Grammy nominated and highly applauded, and people are bumping it. But people still try to find ways to hate because there's just people who are bigoted. There's bigoted people, especially in the Black community. And we're dealing with Black people dealing with other Black people. Now, first, I don't know how Lil Nas X handles it himself. It's not often that Lil Nas X comes on screen teary-eyed. And I just wish Lizzo would, collab with him, or I don't know, do something where y'all are together so you can pick up some of that energy, because I don't like seeing it personally. I don't like seeing how much it affects her. And by the way, I appreciate that she shares how she's feeling. I think that's valid. But I'm just surprised that it's still affecting her to the degree that it is, because literally every time this woman has come out with a hit single, it's the exact same "you're fat, you're Black and fat" comments. Like, it's the same thing. And she comes out teary-eyed, like it seems like every single time. And I just feel like at a certain point, you just have to understand that people are not hating you or your music. Clearly, we're not hating your music. It's just people like to be bigoted. They like to feel like there is a certain type of person that they can hate on. Instead of just hating on themselves, there's the type of person they can hate on more simply for existing. I don't have that bone in my body. Or if I did, I outgrew it. I don't know. It just blows my mind that you can be above grade age level. You can be over the age of 8, 9 years old and still be entertained by mocking someone's existence. That just doesn't work for me. But I recognize that it works for some people. When it comes to the Black community that people don't understand, especially the majority of America, when we're talking about Blackness, instantly, especially these conservatives, they think that we want to talk liberalism. Y'all, America needs to stop equating our skin color to a political side. Y'all need to stop, because the Black Americana is conservative. Black Americana, I'm talking about the vibe, the zeitgeist, the culture. It is conservative. Not only is it conservative, it's not just conservative from a traditional standpoint. And what I mean by that is, it's not just like, well, that's just our culture and that's just how we do things type of thing. There is active movements to make more Black people conservative. What do I mean by conservative? I mean, there is a distrust of LGBT, and those type of talking points are common and accepted. The baby gave a beautiful display. Not beautiful in the sense that it just perfectly illustrates what I'm talking about. The baby spoke bigotry against gay men, and it was supported. It was widely supported. Now, it was widely criticized as well, but it was also widely supported in the Black Americana community. LGBT is not trusted. Women's empowerment is not trusted. A general anti-government, for good reason. Listen, for good reason. This is the same government that tried to tell you that dude down the street can own you just because he saw you walking in the woods one day and he didn't know who you belonged to, so now you belong to them. Understandable why there's an anti-government sentiment, but anti-government is still conservative. Anti, you anti. There is a foothold on the culture from Christianity. And you might be saying, but what about music that is predominantly Black? There's a lot of not Christian type stuff going on. And what, bruh? White people listening to Elvis, that don't mean they threw their religion out the window. What people do for entertainment and where their religious values are is not really correlated clearly. All of this, and so it is normal in Black Americana to have your political beliefs be rooted in your Christianity and your Christian views and how you interpret those Christian views. Because of course, when it comes to Christianity, there's so many different ways that it can be interpreted, but we know American Christianity when we see it and when we hear it. Okay? And Black people have that as well. So just all these things I just wish people will understand that in Black Americana, like, conservative bigotry is normal and accepted. All of that to say, I feel like, at least from what Lil Nas X is portraying outwardly, and Lil Nas X is younger than Lizzo, right? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, Lizzo in her 30s. Lil Nas X is 20. Yeah, so Lil Nas, he is young. Now, mind you, he's been an internet troll for some time, since he was yay high. So maybe he's just he's more used to it. Like, he learned to get over it faster, or I don't know how this young man is able to put on a smile outwardly, or maybe it's just for show. I don't know. But I feel like they share this in common, this hatred from a bigoted sect. They have this in common. And just automatically, every success that they have will be degraded because they are a type of human being that a conservative, bigoted sect would really like to not exist. And these people who are bigots, they would love for you to not exist, but they understand that you do. So they would like for you to at least not be okay with yourself. They would like for you to hide. It's very much, if you have heard of, what's that girl's name? That woman's name. Bruh, I'm trying to change my language to where when I'm talking about a grown woman, I say woman and not girl. Because, I don't know, but I call guys dudes. I have all these colloquialisms for a man. I don't say whatever. Anyway, Blake, what's her name? The transgender. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Blair White, okay. Blair White went on this debate with conservatives. It was Blair White, it was a moderate conservative, it was a Christian conservative, and it was a legit fascist. Like, dude, I'm not saying that, oh, he's using fascist talking points. Now, the dude is a fascist. He says he's a fascist. And you know what? I really wish more fascists would be like this dude. Like, if you a fascist, just say that. That would just make things so much easier if you would just say what you are. Anyway, so the whole time in this debate, the conservative Christian was attacking Blair. Just basically saying, like, Blair, you really shouldn't exist. Like, The best thing you can do for the conservative movement is to, chop off your fake titties and grow a mustache. Like, just saying all this deplorable stuff. And it's like, Blair, you really just sitting there taking this abuse, and you really think Blair just has this mindset, Blair White has this mindset that if you just behave in a certain passive, passive, quiet way, then all of America will accept transgenderism and conservatives will accept transgenderism. No, they won't. At least, what's her face? The one that's trying to run for California, the Jenner's father, Caitlyn Jenner. At least Caitlyn Jenner's deluded about many things, but at least she's not deluded about how conservatives think that she shouldn't exist. And she literally just accepts it as what it is. But Blair White doesn't. Blair White thinks that, if there's just more cute, kawaii, passive transgender women, then the conservatives will see that we're valid. I'm just like, baby, they do not want you. They do not like you. And the only thing you can do is, in my opinion, just bask in the admiration that non-bigots have for you. Lizzo, you were nominated for a reason. We are streaming you for a reason. We're not just streaming because we pity you. We're streaming because we like you. We like your energy. We like your music. Same for Lil Nas X. I've been putting that Lil Industry Baby on repeat. The beginning of that song, baby, couple Grammys on them. Like, it's just hot. Like, we're streaming you because we like you. We F's with you. Your music is hot. You deserve the success that you have. I don't know, maybe it hurts my feelings that you giving bigots this energy. I don't like it. When I started YouTube and just being on the internet in general, I knew that my existence as a Black woman means automatically there's going to be hate. Just automatically, there are people in this world and on the internet that when they see this face and these type of lips and this type of nose and this type of eye and this type of cheekbones, that they can't help themselves. They just gotta say, oh, what are you doing, you Jezebel N-word? Like, that's a fact of life that we're working to change. Put more education, put more representation, and less of it happens. But we know that it still happens. I don't know. It just, I guess I feel offended that she's giving bigots this energy, because we know they're not going to go away. We don't care about them. Okay. So that's what I had to say about Lizzo. I mean, the comments about her being a mammy. Listen, I stopped reading and looking at criticisms of Lizzo after I heard what Azealia Banks have to say. Azealia Banks, if you want to know where a bigot's mind is coming from, Azealia Banks is a good Azealia Banks is a good person to explain it. Because this girl, her music is so good. Azealia Banks is the reason why I believe if you're going to have children, have multiple. I just can't imagine being a parent and you only had one child and your one child turns out to be a bigot that has all these issues. It just breaks your heart. Like, have multiple children. I don't know. That's another story for another day. But Azealia Banks, she says a lot of things that are out of pocket, off the handle. But I hear what she has to say, so I can understand why does a bigot feel the way they do. And what Azealia Banks said, she said what she said, and this is why people are calling Lizzo a mammy. They just feel like there is this liberal movement to have more fat women, and they want Black women to be the ones to represent this fat acceptance. So Lizzo was chucking and jiving for that movement. That, I think that's what they think. And that's why they're calling her a mammy. Who cares? Like, delete. Can we just delete? I would love to just delete. That's what I do. I don't know. Now listen, I'm a YouTuber that gets 20 views per video, okay? When I get a bigot comment, I delete that hoe. I instant delete. We ain't got time for that. We trying to enjoy our lives. So let me talk about this Trisha Paytas real quick, because people are saying Trisha Paytas is betraying Ethan. What is up with this narrative? No, duh. Trisha Paytas is betraying Ethan. Y'all didn't get the hint that she wants to betray Ethan when she walked off set 3 times? Y'all didn't get that she wanna betray Ethan when when she said he lying on him, apologizing, then taking the apology back, then y'all don't understand that this person is not mentally or emotionally stable. Y'all are trying to, it's like there's a knife fight, and then Trisha Paytas come with a gun, and y'all like, oh my gosh, Trisha, you came with a gun to a knife fight? Like, bruh, the person is not okay up here. So they confused. They're gonna bring somebody needs to go ahead, baby. Let me take that for you. Go ahead and log off from me, baby. I just don't know why this is a thing. Why am I seeing in the titles Trisha Paytas is betraying Ethan? Yes. Trisha Paytas doesn't have loyalty to nothing and nobody, nothing else but Trisha Paytas. Trisha Paytas' motto is literally to do whatever she wants to do in her life. In a way, she is goals for me. Let me tell you, I wish I had enough money to make a music video and pretend that I'm the dude off My Chemical Romance and be singing with a high quality production. I wish I could hire Broadway actors from my favorite musical and be acting like I'm performing on Broadway with them and recording and putting it online and get 1 million views off it. I wish, bro. I'm trying to get to that level, actually. Trisha Paytas do what Trisha Paytas want. It's not about loyalty, nothing. And I'm not mad at her either. I'm not mad at her. That's what's crazy to me, is y'all are mad at her. For what reason? What loyalty needs to be there? Because Ethan is her brother-in-law? But there are people who can't even remain loyal to their blood brother. Not talk about their brother-in-law. For what? These people are millionaires dealing with millionaire family issues. I just don't know why y'all trying to get in her business like this. Like, who cares? If the issue is, oh, well, now you're supporting Keemstar. You were dogging him and now you're supporting him. I didn't watch all of the TikToks Trisha Paytas. When Trisha Paytas starts going on, you know, when she starts posting one after the other, something. Just watch the first one, get the summarization, and she's just basically repeating themselves over and over. She said what she said. She was talking trash about Trisha Paytas, but I think people just never had encountered a person like Trisha Paytas in their real life. Like, this is the type of person who will say all kinds of mess about you. But, hey, you want to go to I have an extra ticket to Disneyland. I want to go? Hell yes, I want to go. But I thought you don't like me. And what? I don't like you. So I'm finna come to Disney World if you giving it for free. Like, I don't know. Maybe people just have never experienced somebody like this in their life. But this is just the type of person who just does whatever they want to do. It's not about nobody else or nothing else. It's not about nothing or nobody else. People think Paytas is calculating enough to, oh, they're doing it because they're releasing their skincare line, this and that. They're not calculated enough to do that. They just do whatever they want. And the reason why they are always in the headlines is because they do whatever they want. Keemstar is malicious. He is always in the headlines because he says whatever malicious stuff that he wants. It's not calculated. That's what they do. A snake bites. My story of the snake that's trying to cross the river and a human's passing by and the snake is like, please, can you help me cross the river? I don't know how to swim. I'm going to drown if I try it by myself. Can you help me? And the human's like, well, you're a snake, so wouldn't you bite me? And the snake's like, I don't know, bruh. I'm just asking for help. So the human helps the snake cross the river, and then once they cross, the snake bites him. And the human's like, what the hell? Why'd you bite me when I helped you? And the snake is like, bruh, I'm a snake. I is what I is, I does what I does. Thank you for taking me across the river. Bye. Deuces. There's just some people, they are who they are. And and the thing about it is, why are people acting surprised when you know who Trisha Paytas has been viral on this YouTube streets for almost 2 freaking decades, however long YouTube has been around. Y'all know how Trisha Paytas move. It don't matter how much therapy. Trisha Paytas been in therapy, go to therapy 3 times a week, this and that. Well, Trisha Paytas is now married, engaged. Trisha Paytas has a new lifestyle. Trisha Paytas now understands this, Trisha Paytas still Trisha Paytas. And at the core of Trisha Paytas, they just want to do whatever the hell they want to do. And your sensibilities come second to that. And you know what? I am low-key for it. I am low-key for just live your life the way you want to live it. So anyway, that's what I have to say on the tea and the drama today. We have been chatting for 30 minutes. I am going to eat something. I'm going to study because I'm trying to do the Salesforce certification. And then I don't know, bro. But one thing I do hope to make a video about soon is I want to do body contouring. It's just real quick. Have y'all heard of body contouring? I was thinking about doing Cool Sculpt, which is basically this machine that freezes your fat and your body breaks down the fat, so you literally lose fat from a specific body part. But I heard some horror stories. I heard people getting like 2nd-degree freezer burn and stuff like that. So that kind of scared me off of it. But then there's body sculpting, which is not as effective. It's not all this clinical research behind it, but bruh, it works. People lose inches from it. And it's more affordable. So I'm thinking about doing this body sculpting. I really want to get rid of tiny bits of fat in your thigh, and also, honestly, I don't care about the fat around my midsection, but I noticed that it's causing loose skin. And I'm like, no. We gotta nip it in the bud. We gotta nip it in the bud, because once you start getting jiggle, loose skin, as you get older, it just gets worse, and it promotes the loss of collagen. No. We finna nip that in the bud. So let's tighten this skin because we're young. I'm like, this is how rich people stay looking good for like till they 6 and 9 years old. So anyway, hopefully I'll have videos to share about that soon. I mean, this is not going to happen for another few months. We are trying to pay off debts. We are still trying to get stuff together, but it'll come together. So thanks for joining me. If you like the video, make sure you like it, okay? If you stay to the end, honey, you better like. If you here at 31 minutes and 24 seconds, you better finna like this video. And I know sure as hell you subscribe. We tryna, I don't know. I'm trying to make something here. I don't know. This is so cool to me. Like the other day I was on Clubhouse and somebody was like, oh my gosh, you on YouTube. Like, that's so fun. That's so fun. Somebody just commented today, I think we went to college together. Oh my gosh, I love this. Is so cool to me. I am an introvert naturally. I don't go out and see people. When the panorama happened and they said everybody stay inside, I'm like, say less, baby. Say less. Like, this is how I connect with people, is online. So I would love for you to be a part of this parasocial relationship. Until next time, much love, much luck. Peace out.